You and I have talked a lot about customer experience and that it's just so important to deliver great end-to-end experience, whether we're talking about the network, or whether we're talking about the service in terms of installation. And you've really helped us continue to elevate and further our journey in customer experience and NPS. And so what were some of the key elements of helping us accelerate this journey?
Yeah, it's a couple. You got to work it from both angles for me. One side is you got to know your field team, your front lines. Where are they at? Where are their heads at? So we did a lot of conversations with them. We talked to them. Yes. And what we found out was they were excited. They wanted to deliver for our customer. And they're like, there's things in our way that need to get out of our way. And then from the top part, we said, okay, let's make sure we've got the right leaders in the right place. And then we put the customer first. We said, I don't know how we're tracking anything or what our processes are in the past. Let's focus on the customer first, and let's put our metrics that if we hit them, the customer experience will be better. So make the customer our metric. And then we just drove down that path, and then people started saying, well, this is in the way of me delivering for the customer. And then before you know it, there's like double-digit improvements in almost everything, and you're sitting there going, what happened? And all we did was that we got our front line to realize that our leadership team cared too, and the customer was at the center, and that's all they wanted, and it just unleashed the organization to go do what they needed to do.
Well, it's incredible. It takes a village, and to see companies like Ookla and PC Mag and CNET and others provide the recognition and accolades is incredible, and I really appreciate what you and the team have been doing. And I've seen your passion also in people and investing in people and really just wanting to see individuals succeed. And so going back to leadership a bit, talk a little bit about what you think the role of the leader is in helping the team and folks on your team grow and be successful.
Yeah, it's like you can take the teacher out of the school, but you can't take the school out of the teacher, right? Yeah. You go into teaching because you want to make a difference in everyone's life. You want them to have their best life. And whatever that means, give them the best opportunity, push them to do things they didn't think they could. Yeah. And that is the most rewarding thing. And so I carry that into leading teams, and I want each one of my leaders and everyone on my team to live their best life. And when you can see something in them and help them, push them to get there, you're not always their favorite person because you're constantly pushing them. It's like at the gym, right? When you get that final rep up, if you have the best spotter in the world, they say one more. Yeah. And you don't want to do one more. That one was good enough, but your job is to ask them for one more. And I've got a team now where I've just watched these folks step up in the roles that are much bigger than what they were doing, maybe than they thought they could do. And they're absolutely performing incredibly well, top notch. And just seeing them excel in those areas, caring for their families, is just the most rewarding thing there is.
It's great. Well, thank you for sharing. And now we continue on our journey. You know, when I joined, we were very focused on transforming the culture and building a great leadership team. And there was a lot of firefighting that we had to do to just ensure that we had the right level of quality across network and product and service. And it's exciting to see that, you know, really start to turn and manifest. And now we're talking about strategic transformation. And so talk to me and a little bit about how your desire to be in this role and what you're excited about in this next season as we start to journey on this strategic transformation.
Sure. When you look back on your career, everything's obvious. While it's happening, none of it is.
Yes.
And I can remember my first management job when I got promoted from a tech to training. And we had to teach this new handheld tech tool. It was before PCs. That's how old I am. So it was just this, purpose-designed tool for technicians to pick up jobs and close jobs. And I remember when I was a tech, the back of my van had nothing but binders. Every time you went to a course on anything, you had to walk away with a binder. And so when you're trying to program a phone system or something like that, where's the binder? I got to carry it with me. And what page do I turn to? And then we had gotten Windows 95 machines at the time. That's how far. And there was a help file. Yes. And I said, why doesn't this tool have help so we don't have to carry books? And they're like, nobody asked for that. And so I said to somebody like, how do you do help files?
Yeah.
And so I found an IT person, and they're like, there's a tool called RoboHelp.
Oh.
And I go, well, what's that? So I go to my boss, and I said, can I buy the software? And he's like, sure. And so I buy the software, and I converted our books into help file that got loaded on the machine. And like, that was my first transformation. And ever since then, I've just thinking like, how do you do things better, easier, more digitally? And then the jobs that I got through my career were just transformation. And then it became like Nate's the transformation guy, or the fix it guy, or the turn it around guy. And so I got those jobs one after another, and just love it.
Well, I mean, it's exciting to now be on the offensive, as you know, we've been fighting fires. And as part of this transformation, you and I have talked a lot about digital and AI and automation. What do you think those solutions play in our journey as we go forward?
Yeah, as we go over the next 12 months, we're going to be looking soup to nuts. Where are we needing to evolve as a company? We'll prioritize those things, but obviously key to those are going to be making sure we have a digital strategy that goes across all touch points, including our technicians and including the agents who support our techs, often forgotten. Make sure it's everywhere, from our customer to our sales reps, to our online, to our technicians, everywhere throughout the business. How do we just digital first by design, digital native, and then self-service by design? How we make it seamless and easy for our customers to engage with us. Get rid of the friction, you get rid of the cost, and the experience drives up. And most people don't see that, right? Cost goes down, experience goes up. Yeah. Usually you think they both go together. But our mission, I think, out of the gate is going to be to look at where we're spending our money, make sure we're being efficient, and using tools to help our technicians in routing, to give them next best action, to provide answers more quickly to our customers, agents, and techs, and just get everybody tooled up. And think about it like AI-driven or ML-driven. We used to say data-driven.
Yes.
Now it's like AI-driven and ML-driven, and it's more like AI-augmented.
Yes. Awesome.
It's like having a bionic arm.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited to be on this journey with you. Thank you so much for joining, and can't wait for the transformation to continue to evolve.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.